Are you surprised? You don't believe it? Let's go looking for clues that confirm this theory. We start again in Bosnia at the old obelisk. A very unusual obelisk near the Pyramid of the Sun in Bosnia. Note the creature, which may be a representation of a dragon. The obelisk is decorated with a number of double spirals that can be found in many places in the Andes, especially around the Nazca Plain. The top of the obelisk is topped with a finial, in this case a stone sphere. The shape of the apex is actually the shape of a pyramid. And here we must return to the Great Pyramid of Giza and Mr. Ferguson's map of the world. The Great Pyramid has a square base in which is encoded a circle, the number pi. The Bible says that angels blow on the earth from 4 angles. The ancient texts mention that the earth is set in a pool, that is, a square pool, and is shaped like a hill. The pyramid is therefore a kind of model of our earth, on which these objects fell from the sky. How is it possible for something so huge to form in the sky? Recall that these gigantic spheres were originally made of ice and petrified, along with other animals and especially water. As we have already seen, petrification took place very quickly and suddenly. The crop patterns are no accident, and many of them suggest something from our past and perhaps also from our future. In this picture it is birds carrying balls, i.e. ice hailstones. What birds? You ask? They are the clouds above us, appearing and disappearing suddenly. Let's take another look at these giants. They all have a core encased in several layers. Just like the larger hailstones. Some managed to fall into the waters during the flood. Others fossilized in the waves, as we'll see in the next images. Some giants, however, have caused enormous devastation, and the Eye of the Sahara is very likely one such remnant. But the Eye of the Sahara is not the only one. There are many more in the desert. Let's get to it. A very nice example of sudden petrification when a huge hailstorm hit a water wave. The moment the object broke the water, everything became petrified. Yes. It seems that the Earth's mountain ranges are petrified sea waves. Let's look again at the petrified wave in the Andes near Nazca. A view of the whole situation near San Juan, Peru. And this is a detail. Along with the sea wave, the debris that the water carried was also petrified. The dynamics of this tidal wave have been preserved to this day. Some hailstones are smaller, but others are colossal, like the one pictured here. What devastation it must have caused. Imagine the sheer velocity of the hail relative to its mass. We have one petrified impact. It's the Eye of the Sahara. But there are many more of these eyes in the Sahara. This Eye of the Sahara is the most famous. Note the difference in the second photo. Here, the hail petrified before it could plunge into the water wave. In the case of the Eye of the Sahara, however, The ice object disappeared underwater and petrification occurred afterwards. Let's look at other impact sites. Many similar places were deformed by the movement of rock. Thus, after petrification, rock melting occurred on Earth, which is also mentioned in the Bible. In this image, the deformations of the concentric circles, which were created after the object hit the water and were subsequently petrified, can be clearly seen. The heat completed the work of destruction. The Earth was literally bombarded with larger and smaller pieces of ice. Here, a large part of the crater broke away and slid into the center. Let's take a look at other interesting images like this one. The sphere is sitting in the crater, the edges of the rock are uplifted. This suggests that petrification occurred at the moment of impact. These spheres are embedded in the rock mass and you can see they're flattening due to high pressure. And these are smaller balls in solid stone in China. All you're looking at used to be water and ice. This huge hailstone lost its core probably during erosion. These prehistoric hailstones are found in Romania. They are flattened and similar to what you would find in China, for example. They've probably landed on a hard surface already. They are all over the world and there are areas where there is a very high concentration of them, such as in Kazakhstan. In the picture on the left you can see how these fossils are breaking down in layers. Look closely at the large hailstone. Its core appears to be the most solid and is gradually being encased in layers of ice. Mute witnesses to the fossilization of a planet that science says fossilized over millions of years. But soft tissue has no chance of fossilizing naturally. And there's something else. Fossilized artifacts that could rival today's technology. This is a petrified wagon wheel in a coal mine. How did it get there? Fragments of nanotechnology in stone. A light bulb and a plug in a rock. or part of an electric motor? What about the bygone pipe or part of the metal gear found in the coal? I really don't want to be ironic, but I have to admit that I believe there is something different about our universe. Like for example with the planet Iapetus. He looks like an evil star from Star Wars. But what if it's just Big Bad Hailstone?